Oh, man.
Couldn't have looked less happy.
Oh, that's funny. That is too funny.
Hi, Ella. You too. She's so sad she wasn't in it.
I know. So we are live, by the way. Yay. We're going to give it a few minutes like we always do. I'm putting my drapes. Is that a word?
Yeah, they're not drapes.
My blinds. So you guys can see us a little bit better. Look at Sydney. Look at those eyes, Sydney. It's unbelievable.
Well, it also isn't more intense when I wear a blue shirt.
I was going to say, you're wearing a blue shirt. That's not fair. So, guys, this is Sydney. Sydney, maybe you can introduce yourself to everybody that's about to come on.
Now or wait?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Going now?
Yeah,
Okay,
because live is, a lot of people do watch after the fact.
Right.
But
this is okay.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Sydney, 25 years old. I have 2 dogs.
What a dating site.
I was going to say I love long walks on the beach. I don't know what to say. I've lived in a van. I've lived in a Ford Transit for 2 years now, and I lived in a Sprinter before that.
Yeah, you did. So you got like Transit. 3+ years into it, right?
Yeah, I'm about 3 years into it, almost. I think I moved into my first one in October, so we're coming up on 3 years. And I have 2 dogs. This is one of them. Her name is Pearl. She looks terrified in the thumbnail. Sorry about that. She's not the most photogenic dog in the world. The photogenic one is on the floor. She's a golden retriever named Ella. And yeah, I mean, that's me.
You're also a solo traveler.
Oh, yeah, I'm a solo traveler. Well, plus dogs, yes.
Yeah, well, you're 2 dogs. And
human-wise, solo.
You have a nice, comfortable following on Instagram. You're all
interesting way of describing it. Yeah.
Yeah, you have a great following.
This is a community of people. I love them.
So what's your name on your social media accounts?
Divine on the Road.
All one word.
Feel free to call me Divine. Plenty of people think that that's my first name, so go for it. And it's just all one word. Divine. I always have to spell it.
Divine on the Road. You have a lot of things coming up. I can't say all of them.
I do. I'm working on a lot of projects, which is very fun. I feel so important even just saying that it's a lot of projects. But behind the scenes, it doesn't feel important at all. It just feels like stressful work. But then when I say, like, I'm working on this big project, I'm always like, when you hear someone else say it, you're like, "Ooh, what's that?"
Well, it's
not that fancy.
I think it is very fancy what you're doing and really cool. Can you say the thing about the drinking?
Yeah, I'm starting a coffee brand.
Yeah.
It's basically an extension of my favorite coffee company is in Chicago. They're called Dollop, and they have like 16 coffee shops in Chicago. I was born and raised in Indiana, went to school in Chicago. Am I screaming? I wonder how it comes off.
It's okay.
I'm so loud.
The mic is right here.
I'm so sorry. Maybe turn the volume down because this is my comfortable level. Anyways, I went to school in Chicago, so I lived there for 4 years. I was working a ton. You may not know any of part of my story, which is fine, but like I was just working a lot. That's kind of what drove me into van life in the first place. But while I was there and doing that and a full-time student, I would go to Dollop all the time. So I reached out to them, told them my story, told them I loved their coffee, and asked if they'd be interested in partnering with me in some way because I obviously cannot make a ton of coffee in my van. And so they were super excited and said yes. And so now they'll be fulfilling the coffee itself, making the roasts. And it will be my coffee, though, like my coffee brand.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we're going to launch that.
Do you know what?
Someone said, "Why is she yelling? Just kidding." But before I saw the just kidding, I was like, damn it.
Also, Steven is a very
it's okay.
He's on every one of my, and I love Steven. He's actually hearing impaired, so he was making a joke.
Love that.
Yeah,
okay,
he was making a great joke.
Here.
Yeah,
great pair. But yeah, so that'll be launched in a few weeks. But I would not have announced it so early if I knew the process took so long.
It is a process. It's not easy. Somebody said, "Hi, Pearl." She's now again sleeping in your arms. That's awesome.
This is where she lives.
Lives around here somewhere. So guys, if you guys have any questions for Cindy, please by all means write them on the sidebar so we can get
this is what I'm drinking today.
That's actually my sponsor, so I would actually love for you to promote them.
I love showing whatever where you're like drinking or eating and stuff. It's always interesting. This is a delightful kombucha. It's grapefruit. I hate the food of grapefruit, but I love grapefruit flavored things.
It's really good, actually.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, I wouldn't be drinking it.
Right.
I didn't do this for the sake of the life. I was already drinking it.
You didn't, actually. You were just drinking. It's Kombucha Town. I actually offer discount codes throughout my channel if you guys are interested in delivery of Kombucha Town to you. And thank you for Sydney for actually drinking that on the live because I didn't even ask you to do that. Been a fan of Ghost One, and when you see, well, thank you very much, Brandon. Hi from SoCal. I hope everything's okay down there. By the way, we are in the Portland area. It is nice. The weather outside looks nice, although everything around us right now is not so good. We have not been evacuated yet, but
it looks the air. It smells fine. It is fine here, but it's definitely surrounding. So it's like it feels like it's coming quickly. But I mean, everything around Portland is pretty bad. And we did have, there was one night a couple nights ago
that was bad.
Yeah, it was so bad. We went out to grab a beer and it was like, I mean, it was just so smoky.
It was smoky.
It just smells like a campfire.
That was the windy day.
Yeah, it was really windy.
A couple questions here. What do you do for a living? I'm assuming they're asking Sydney. And did you build your van?
I did not build my van. I had two family friends do it. One is a carpenter, and then he had a friend that was an electrician. The carpenter was like my dad's best friend. So I asked them to help me with the project. Because there's also, this was 2.5 years ago. I don't know if there's anybody doing it in Indiana yet, but there was no one building vans in Indiana at the time. So I just went with my cheapest and best option. What was the second? Oh, what do I do for a living? What do you do for a living? A variety of things, as most people do on the road. I've been building websites for brands since I hit the road. That's kind of how I was paying bills at the beginning and doing freelance like writing and just kind of anything I could say yes to and make money 2 years ago. And now as I've kind of grown my own business a little bit, I have slowly let off the freelance and building other people's businesses. So now I mostly focus on my own website, which is fully monetized with ads and affiliate marketing and selling my own like products and stuff like that. Like I have like my Van Dimension guide and stuff like that. And then I also monetize my podcast. I have a podcast called My Solo Road where I have an episode with Jared, if you'd like to listen to that. Sure. And I just every week either talk about something by myself, van life related. What? Oh, that you need help on your website?
Yeah.
I'm always down to help.
Thank you. I don't
know Squarespace very well. I do most of it on WordPress, but I'm willing to learn.
Yeah, I'm sure you could figure it out. Because you just know back offices stuff. What's up?
And so then, the point is I monetize podcast and Instagram. I now I work with brands on Instagram, which is actually really lucrative. And I didn't know that until recently. So
it is nice. Yeah. You just you literally just started working with brands like just a couple months ago.
Yeah. But I mean, in all honesty, I get like a lot of people are like, yeah, but can you really pay your bills with that? I mean, it's really great marketing. They're marketing to their target audience. I know this isn't like the most interesting thing to some people, but like, I mean, they pay really well. It's definitely, I've worked so hard on my website and I immediately make more money on Instagram, which is annoying, but nice.
Is your van as stealth as Ghost? Thank you. And have you had any knocks? That's even a more important question.
Oh, we've all had knocks.
You've been on the road.
I think my van's arguably more stealth than Ghost.
Ooh.
Because you had a window.
My first one, no. My second one, yes.
Okay, the one that I'm familiar with.
The one that you're familiar with, which is the second one.
I have back windows, but I don't have any side windows. And I mean, yeah, it's just a stealth, I think. I mean, it's a white van with solar panels on top. That's basically it. I
actually did a tour of her van, and she's got many tours throughout all of YouTube because she's very well known in the industry. One day. But she does have a fantastic van. I love the color scheme on the inside. It is kind of stealthy, actually. You're right. It's very stealthy, actually. You get away with parking in places most people can't.
Yeah.
I won't say where, but you definitely get away with some certain parking.
Well, because I'm good at it. It's 3 years in, you've just learned what to do and how to do it.
6 months. If you haven't mastered it 6 months in.
I feel like there was a part of that question that we didn't answer. Was it stealth and what else? They asked something else about it.
Did you have any knocks?
The knocks, that's what it was. Yes, I tried to park in a Planet Fitness parking lot twice, and both times I've had a knock on the door.
Really? By Planet Fitness rent-a-cops? Security?
Yes. Okay. Both times. Because it's a 24-hour business, like a van with solar panels at 3 a.m., they know you're not working out, which is annoying. But yeah, that happened both times. Once in Monterey and once in San Diego.
I'm also going to jump on to this question here. E. Tooper. You said, Sydney, I'm a new follower. Thank you, by the way. Or maybe you're following her. I don't know. And I was wondering how you designed your van. Did you use any software? Have you created any blueprints? Is there something you can do for free? For me, I'll answer this and then I'll have Sydney answer as well. For me, the easiest free software was SketchUp, Google SketchUp. Also,
that's free?
There is a free version of Google SketchUp, yeah.
Is it good, though?
It's better than VanSpace 3D.
Okay.
I don't particularly like VanSpace 3D.
I'm sorry. I keep interrupting you. Okay. The paid version of SketchUp is expensive.
Not that bad. I actually have it. I'm going to start doing 3D drawings for people.
Yeah.
That's part of my business plan. But anyways. Coming soon. Ghost business plan. So there is the two vans I did were actually on the free version of Google SketchUp. However, with that being said, I think a rough sketch is way better than having like actual, like tangible, like, hey, this is what this distance is or whatever. Because I feel like you're going to change things as the process of your van building is happening, unless it's professionally done.
Yeah, I think the softwares are nice if you're doing it for other people, or like if you're, I guess, newer to the research, like being 3 years in, I just feel like buying an empty van and then getting cardboard boxes and playing that game is a little bit.
It's outdated. I mean, do you like it?
Doing that?
Yeah.
Yes.
I do like that. You're right. Because like, you need a 3-dimensional look of it.
Well, right. And that's what I'm saying is that it can look beautiful on SketchUp, but then as soon as you get inside of an actual van with the actual feel of the space, you're going to change all of it. So it's just like I've had 2 vans now, and I never had like a beautiful visual of what it was going to look like. Like I was literally buying materials at Home Depot, like just fingers crossed that it was going to look good. And I think that just, I mean, I guess SketchUp would save a little bit of that anxiety design-wise.
Yep.
But I just think that things change a lot when you're actually in the space versus when you're just looking at like a design of it online.
100%. And like you went to school for you have a business marketing degree, I understand, but you also went to school for fashion as well, right?
Yeah, it was an art school, so everything, even business, was always geared more towards the like design, like the artistic aspect of it. Does that make sense? Right.
My point bringing that up is like you can almost like you can see clothing and you can see how it's going to look at somebody before even having them wear it. My point is like I can almost get into an empty van and I can visualize what it's going to look like. A lot of others can't do it that way. So how she's talking about doing it and visualizing everything is a heck of a lot easier if you can't do it in here. I, again, went to school for architectural and design, so I have that vision already. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah, I guess that's probably true.
So
like if you don't have, which this is not a negative thing whatsoever, everyone has different skill sets, but like if you don't have like the most creative mind, then maybe you do need more of like that visual understanding of what it's going to look like. Because I mean, he's right. I could kind of look in my van, and my builders even were like, this is going to look ridiculous. And then as soon as it was done, I just had like faith that it was going to look good. And then as soon as it was done, they would be like, wow, honestly, it looks amazing. We didn't think
your van looks spectacular.
Yeah, they were like a blue ceiling, Sydney. That's so stupid. And then we did it, and I was like, honestly, I love it. And they were like, so do we.
Yeah, that's funny.
But going along on that same note, do what you want to do. Don't do what your builders are insisting when it comes to design.
So glad you said that.
If they have more knowledge when it comes to like structural, you need to do this. But if they're just like, no, this color would look better than this color. You know what you want into your home. Don't listen to them when it comes to that. They're not interior designers. They're builders. Or
take their advice on certain things. Right. Pretty much what you're saying. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Unless, I can't say enough good things about that. So thank you, Sydney. I remember her tour. Thank you, Stephen. Awesome. Thank you very much. Check out the tour. Yes, thank you. I started following after your tour with her.
She reads every single comment.
I do. I'm trying to. I want to get onto everybody. I don't have. Nice. Do you want to plug your TikTok? Because you're like, I love your TikTok. I love your TikTok.
No, I just love TikTok. It's so fun. It's highly addicting. I borderline would recommend not getting it. But yeah, it's Divine on the Road as well. It was a place I've wanted to do YouTube for a very long time. And TikTok was kind of my way of getting comfortable on camera because I wasn't for a long time. And so now I can.
You're way more comfortable.
I can just do it like 60 seconds instead of having to come up with like 10 minutes worth of stuff to say, you know?
I had Sydney on a live probably 6 months ago.
Yeah,
give or take, and
February maybe.
And she was a little adamant or apprehensive at first on the first live. Apprehensive the first time that we did live. I think I asked her to do this live today, and she no hesitation was like, "Heck yes, let's do it." So I think she's getting a lot better.
Yeah, I now go live almost every day on TikTok. I love going live on TikTok. That's like my family right now.
Yeah, that's and they're so nice.
Someone said I love My Solo Road. Thank you.
My Solo Road is a great
People
podcast.
People don't understand how happy it makes me that anyone likes the podcast. It makes me like blush. Like I'm just like, oh my God. They're listening to me talk when I'm just inside my van chilling.
Stephen, my trip was good. I actually didn't sleep in my van. I slept in a friend of mine's van. I don't know if you saw that vlog, but it was a good trip. I wasn't there very long. I'm debating on going to see Sydney and friends down in Bend this weekend. We're going to see how the smoke clears and if I have a place to stay. So there'll be a couple things with that in the next couple of days, and we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll just take a vacation. I love My Solo Road. That's right there. Yeah. Hello from Wisconsin. Hello. I just crossed 450,000 followers on TikTok in 6 months. Crazy. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, you're killing it.
TikTok is like easy. You got to like hit in kind of inside of that algorithm, and then you're like coasting, and then you're pretty good. It's just a matter of getting into that.
So please, guys, we are only going to be on here for about 30 to 40 minutes, give or take. So if you do have questions for Sydney, she's leaving town right now. She's a very important phone call happening at 1 o'clock. So we have to make sure that we wrap this up before 1 o'clock, which it's 12:30 right now. So please, if you guys have, don't hesitate to ask. Well,
a phone call at 1 o'clock.
It's a business call. I'm very excited for you.
It is a business call, but it just is so like feeling important is so weird.
You are important.
No, I believe everyone's important, so I agree. But you're you're important to me. Is there a fire happening there? No,
we're okay.
In Portland, but they're everywhere else, basically. I'm nervous to go to Bend.
Do you want
the drive will be rough?
The drive, because I know you're going through the mountains, and there's fires in the mountains. But Bend is fine. Bend's not on fire right now. Do you want to answer Adam's question?
Can you make money on TikTok? Yes. That's how the person the other day I was telling you spelled TikTok. Like
full on actual TikTok. Yeah. That's funny though.
Yes, you can make money on TikTok now. I did not know that when I started TikTok. It was just like I said, a way for me to like go to get to YouTube eventually, which is my goal. But I started making money originally on going live. It's kind of like Twitch, or if you're familiar with, I just realized I've only looked down at the screen and not once at the camera.
It's fine.
My bad, y'all.
And I just spit all over the place.
But when you go live, it's like the video gaming systems where you can go live is streaming and people can pay you who are watching the live. And it's not very much. Like everyone gives you coins. You basically, a follower can pay $5 for like 500 coins, and then just like throughout the live they're just like giving you coins, right?
Is that what those were when those pop up on your screen? I didn't realize what those were.
And so that's basically what happens. And so you can make money going live. And then there's something that they just launched, which is the Creator Fund. And so basically TikTok has this $1 billion creator fund, which is obviously a ton of money, like a ton of money. But when there's a billion people on TikTok, like that money's not going to go that long of a way if you actually think about it. Mm-hmm. So you have to apply to get into the creator fund. And once you get approved, you basically make money per views the way that you would on YouTube.
Same with YouTube. Yeah. It's called a CPM rate, which is Cali per million. And it's every 1,000 views pretty much is what it comes down to.
Right.
Yep.
Basically.
Another question. Thank you for your answer, by the way. You're welcome. Another question. Have you ever had something shipped to you from Amazon while traveling in the van? I know you're going to answer this. And if you do, where do you send it to? It's kind of a funny question.
Well, Amazon is a no-brainer. They're Amazon lockers.
Yep.
So that's so easy. Amazon, that's why I shop primarily on Amazon, is because you can trust Amazon with anything.
You put in pretty much your zip code when you order something on Amazon, the app, and then it'll actually tell you what lockers are around you. You'll pull up a map and you can just pick whatever locker.
Right.
If it's too big for a locker, then you probably don't want it in your van in the first place.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, there's other ways. I've had people ship things to me. Sometimes I do have a mailbox somewhere. You can also get a mailbox in one location, get it shipped to that mailbox, and then they can actually ship it to an address to wherever you are, like a post office.
Yeah.
You can do it that way.
You can ship to post offices. They do general delivery, but I typically ship it to UPS. You can get anything shipped to a UPS store. Pay $5 to pick it up. It's a $5 pickup fee, and then they'll give you whatever package.
Right.
But when they get it, you have like a week to pick it up.
Sydney, what are some of your most memorable podcasts?
Oh my God, did someone ask that?
Yeah, Teresa, yeah.
Wow, Teresa, that's a very sweet question.
Did I say that name right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice question. My most memorable podcast, hands down, is the one I did on social anxiety, because I had so basically I was talking to my best friend. Her name is Katie. She's So We Bought a Van on Instagram, and we were talking, and I knew that I had some sort of anxiety. I was too embarrassed to go to therapy at the time. And I just was like, we're sorting things out. Basically, we're talking about it. And she kind of gave me this like inkling of having social anxiety, because that's really what I was going through. Like I couldn't have conversations with people. Going live on any platform, I would have literally never, like it wasn't even a thought in my mind. I also probably wouldn't even be friends with you, because I just like, it was so hard for me to talk to people. I don't know why.
It was hard.
Anyways, Katie, I start learning about this. I do end up going to therapy or whatever and realizing it's definitely something I have, but I'd never publicly talked about it. I hadn't even told my parents or like anything. I just thought
Your parents knew though.
For the longest time, I just thought I was like super weird and very awkward. And that's what like my family was always like, yeah, she's just awkward. Like,
yeah, you are,
it is.
but you are super weird and awkward. But in a loving way.
So rude. I have made so much progress. But anyways,
she's amazing, guys.
I did a podcast episode and I just sat in my van and I talked about my very like honest, like this is my experiences. This is how it literally feels in my chest, in my brain when I walk into a public space. This is like what I need from my circle of people when I know I'm going to a wedding reception. Like I want to know how many people are going to be there? Is it inside or outside? What should I wear? That way I can prepare in my brain what it's going to be like. And that decreases my, like, whatever. I sat down and talked about that. Mm-hmm. And still to this day, this was probably almost a year ago when I sat down and talked about it. And still to this day, it's been my 100% most like engaging. I love Pearl. I know.
No,
I was laughing at
so
that.
Steven has closed captions on because he's hearing impaired, and you talk really fast. You do.
Ooh,
you definitely
do. Talk so
do. Fast. This is one of the reasons why I love Sydney.
So bad. So yeah, my bad. Didn't mean to.
I don't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I was just gonna say that episode did more for me emotionally than any other episode. You know what I mean? It wasn't just like overnight parking or something about van life. It was like the most vulnerable I had ever been online. And then to have like hundreds of people, which I had never had that type of response before, hundreds of people, like everyone that listened to it was emailing me and being like, I don't know, just so supportive of it. And so to help them, because a lot of people didn't know that like someone that they followed on social media with a following like would be going through the same thing. And I didn't know how many people were going through it too. So it just was like this on both ends. It felt super nice. Anyways, long answer. I'm sorry. No,
it was a great answer. Dave, the Uber Slave, I'm with you. I actually loved her podcast with her wonderful parents. It was a great podcast. I hope to have them back on a podcast again. Your parents?
Oh yeah. Yeah. My parents have been on there twice.
Okay, great.
We talked once about like being parents of a child who's doing this because it's very stressful for them. And then the second one, we talked about how they've been married for 30 years. How'd they do that? What did they do?
I think I would listen to that one.
Yeah, because I'm just like, honestly.
I need to go back and listen to the other one. And then the one with Katie, when you guys got a little tipsy, that one was a lot of fun to just listen to.
Someone just tagged me in that today listening to that one, which is just nice because it was so long ago.
It was a while ago, but I did love listening to it. I also know them both, so I got to feel like I was there.
Yeah.
And they do talk, Sydney and Katie do talk in a way that make you also feel like you're there, which is really nice.
We talked about solo female safety too. If that's like of concern or something you want to listen to,
I love how Pearl is snuggling in your arms.
I know. Is she came my sweet? Look, she like doesn't want to lift her head up. Like even when I'm pulling her body, she's like desperate to keep her head there.
And I found out she's 4.5 pounds, which is super heavy.
Yeah, 4.5 pounds, 8 years old.
Have you seen a van with a bathroom in the entrance?
You don't do that. Where would that go?
No, I haven't seen that.
To your immediate left or across?
Well, across, I've had that. Both of my vans. Now that I'm thinking about it, probably right when you enter.
Oh, but you had a different type of bathroom. I'm thinking of like the full-on bathroom,
like that you step into and such.
Correct.
Yeah. Paya had one that you stepped right, like not into, but it was across the way as well. And that one you like could step right into. Not like at the sliding door. I don't know. Like there's always a reason on why you want to do something. So I don't know what the reason of that would be, but no, I haven't seen one.
But you can also do whatever you want. So put one there. Be the first.
Absolutely. Be the first. I would love that. And I have a plan for Ghost 4, which is my next van that I don't want to share too much, but it's like, it's a shower that's going to be very interestingly done. I don't know if
you would say it like that. Someone said that the Eamon and Beck podcast, I did have them on there, and that was a phenomenal episode as well.
That was one of our more recent ones, right?
Yeah, I just did that.
Yeah. What's the funniest thing you've seen someone build into their van? I haven't seen it personally. What?
No, say yours.
But I saw on Instagram, I think somebody had a foosball table come out the back. I think that was cool.
That's fun.
I think it was fun.
Yeah, I saw somebody do a bathtub.
And my question to that is why? There's so much
super dumb.
Wasted water.
Very dumb. Absolutely wasted water. So dumb.
But how do you hold it all the water?
Well, they said the funniest thing, right? So I'm just saying it's stupid, but also funny. But anytime I'm getting like an Airbnb or hotel, I do that like every couple months, maybe for a night. And I always get one intentionally with like a nice bathtub. I just want to take just like a nice soak. And so it was just kind of, I don't know. I love a good bath.
I remembered when not recently, but before I got this apartment, and I was doing the van life, and then I was crashing up people's couches. I got a hotel for a night before I flew somewhere, and I took probably a 35-minute shower because like I just haven't been able to do that in like 3+ years.
I mean, I've been in your house for 2 days. I think I've taken 5 showers. Literally, I took 2 the first day, 2 yesterday, and 1 this morning.
Showers are really nice when you have it at your disposal. I'll put it that way, and especially
and they're all hot. It's a hot shower.
Hot shower, yeah.
When do you get a hot shower?
When?
Luxury.
I mean, it's a game changer. Like somebody that's I've been on the road, or I was on the road. You said October 3 years ago. I was June 3 years ago. So I was just before you. Crazy how we were like the same time, and you're still going, and I'm in an apartment now.
I got 3 more years than me, at least.
I want to see that. I want to see
1,000%.
I love it. I hope you do.
I'll be on like van number 4.
Well, okay. I believe that too, actually. They did. Okay. What are the dimensions of your van, Sydney? Actually, Sydney, why don't you plug what you sell on your website?
Okay. I sell my van dimensions. So if you want exact measurements of the inside, that is your way to go. But it's a Ford Transit 2017. That's the year, but it's a 148-inch wheelbase, like standard Ford Transit. So, I mean, if you're looking for like the exterior dimensions, you can just look that up.
But interior dimensions?
Instead of me going over random stuff.
What's your cargo space? You remember? Like I
don't remember.
Okay.
My bed is 6 feet, and then I feel like the kitchen is about 4.
Okay.
Yep,
that's about right.
Yeah.
Yeah. She has a dinette style, so it's the wraparound like table that drops down into a bed. Which, how many times do you actually make it into the dinette?
Never, absolutely never. I did in quarantine. I quarantined in the desert with a few close friends, and none of them had that conversion. And so we couldn't work all in the same space except in my van. So I would put it up as the table every single day, and we would all work there. But other than like being in COVID quarantine, I've literally never used that table. I hate it. Fixed bed all the way. But don't put your fixed bed too high. That's a mistake people make.
A huge mistake. Good call.
Fixed bed, but you want to be able to sit up in bed. So do that. Even with your upper head cabinets too. Keep all this in
I like, for me, I don't like having upper cabinets on one side. So I know that if I was to elevate it, I know that I have enough space.
Right. As long as you can lean back and have enough space to sit up. That's what you want on your bed.
Yep. I made that mistake in Ghost 1.
Everybody does. They only put it so high.
I did. I felt very crammed because I thought I needed storage. There was so much storage in my first van. Let's see here. Inquire about a current van build. I'm not sure, Jeremy. Hey, guys. Hey. What's up from Canada? Thumbs up for the host. Thank you very much. I finally made it to the live. Hooray. Congratulations. Thank you. Oh, Rachel, you are a fellow Portlandian, whatever you want to call us.
Portland's been rough, guys. I've liked cities more than Portland. I'm not going to lie. Okay. I have nothing against people in Portland. But yeah.
Why did you pick a Transit versus a Sprinter? She actually had a Sprinter. So why did you switch to Transit?
Well, what did you say yesterday? Because I want people to be honest. I'm so tired of these Sprinter people. You said that if you got another van, you don't know that you will get a Sprinter.
I don't know, and they know this. I've said it many times. I don't know. Obviously the 3 major brands out there are ProMaster, Sprinter, Transit.
Well, I wouldn't even say 3 major brands. It's the 3 of that type
major
of
van conversion, right? Thank you.
Because there's lots of different kinds. You can get one that's much more budget friendly. You can get a Ford Econoline.
The Econolines are great, especially if you put an extended roof on that. If you want to stand up, you could put a pop up on those.
Right.
Like you can do a million different things.
A newer or whatever high roof, like that type of van. Then yes, you're right.
The high roofs are those 3 majors that I just said. I would love for VW to bring back their high roof that's over in Europe right now.
Do not ever live in a VW. If you want a really cute van to drive to the beach and like maybe have a few overnights in, a VW is fine. But
like a Westfalia?
Yes, but living in one is ridiculous. There's no space in there, and you're going to be fixing it for the rest of your life.
There's a lot of maintenance to do with it. Yeah. So what we're going to talk about with the Sprinter, the overall cost of the Sprinter is definitely something to consider. Upfront costs and maintenance costs. It does cost a lot of money. They drive like Boeing 747s. They're super comfortable, but you have to ask yourself, is it really worth it in the end?
The maintenance is why I chose the Transit. And you said something about diesel.
Oh.
They offer a Transit diesel, so you can get a Transit and diesel. The one within my budget was just happened to be gas. I didn't choose gas or diesel for any particular reason.
I do actually like the gas, though. I like the gas a lot.
I like the gas.
Diesel's great. I'm not going to lie. Ford obviously knows your trucks and vans very, very well.
It's just like, just because like I thought diesels were just like they run the world because like different blogs told me that. But like I had a diesel Sprinter. It was falling apart at the seams. The maintenance was so expensive. And the problem with maintenance is that you have to pay it up front. You can finance a more expensive Transit because my Sprinter was actually cheaper. You can get a brand new Sprinter. That's going to cost you an arm and a leg and your firstborn. But like I got my Transit for slightly more than my old Sprinter. I had like a pretty old Sprinter. And it was just the maintenance. Like I financed that too, but then I had like a $10,000 repair that you can't finance. Like you're just putting that on your savings account or your credit cards or whatever. The Transit was far more reliable. It's not going to ever require that much. Like, I don't know what could possibly go wrong in my Transit that would cost me 10 grand. Like the likelihood of that is so slim. And even if you don't have a major repair like that, Sprinters every like 10,000 miles require maintenance. That's about $1,000. And there's nothing in my Ford Transit that like I do my brake pads. I get new tires when I need to. I get them rotated when I need to. But there's nothing like there's no maintenance A and maintenance B. Like
it's $100 here, $100 there, and it's like it's a couple $100. It's not like when you go in for a Sprinter that requires the Type A service or Type B service. Type A is about $600. Type B is I think $1,200.
And you also have to just like we were just talking about this yesterday. You have to with a Sprinter, wherever you are, there's likely only one dealership or one mechanic that you can go to. You can't go to like any mechanic that you want with a Sprinter. You have to go to a Sprinter certified mechanic, which are few and far between. And so when you go, you have to trust that mechanic because you can't just like take it down the street to get a second opinion. With the Transit, I can take it to 5 mechanics, see which one's who I trust the most, which one has the best option, who has the right parts, and who can get it faster, whatever. And then make that decision and choose who I want to go to because mechanics, I mean, it's not the most trustworthy industry.
Right. And also this is really odd, but if you are out on like government land somewhere, chances are that somebody who knows how to work on a Ford is around you, which is super weird. Yeah. It just happens, guys. That's just the difference of, I guess.
For me, it just made more sense. And because I had a bad experience with the Sprinter, it just started like, I knew if I got another one, I would just always be worried that something might happen. And I just didn't want that worry in my life.
There was a lot of questions, guys, in there, and I'll try to remember some of them, or I'll scroll back up and get to them. If I didn't say them, or if Cindy doesn't say them, please ask them again. Devin, I will have a SketchUp template coming soon on my website. Thank you for saying that. Somebody asked if we could get a Transit that's a 4-wheel drive. You can get a conversion into a 4x4 through 2 different companies. One is Quigley, and the other one is they're out here in Portland.
But you can get an all-wheel drive.
The all-wheel drives are also in the 2020.
Drive.
Yes, the Sprinters are all-wheel drives, and then the Ford Transit is now 2020 all-wheel drive. There is a difference between all-wheel drive and 4x4, so keep that in mind as well. But the all-wheel drives are great. Can't say enough good things about them. But if you want to do like some severe off-roading, 4-wheel drive probably is a little bit better. Yeah. However, I'm an advocate of like I live in this thing full-time. Or probably going to be, I don't want to take it into places where I'm going to need like severe 4x4.
Yeah, I just highly recommend Max Tracks.
Yes, I actually love to get a deal with them.
Invest in some way to get yourself out, but just be careful about where you're going. I mean, I have gotten stuck too many times, and I've
seen 4x4s get stuck.
Yeah,
guys, 4x4s get stuck. It happens. So you have to know how to drive in certain places. You need to know when to deflate tires, when to inflate tires. You know, sand, mud, gravel, like all this different stuff is all. And if
you're like me and you don't know any of that,
you're going to get stuck.
Invest in AAA.
Yes, that's another thing. AAA. How many times have you been stuck? Do you know?
Probably 4.
Nice. And you, I think, actually, most recently, you got stuck in like March, right, or May?
Yeah, April? I got stuck. The worst I've ever been stuck in Mount Shasta because I was out of my friends all had like Henry. I was with Henry and he had like a lift on his van with way better tires. And for some reason, my van just happened to be closest to like the campsite out, right? Like the exit. And so I ended up driving down this like horrible road to take all of us to the trailhead of a hike. And I was like, why was I the one to do this?
Why did
of course
I
got stuck. Yeah. My tires were buried.
And try to keep your guys' questions like one sentence because it's hard for me to like keep up and read them all. Single size sofa beds will be separate sleeping quarters, one for me and one for the other. Can you help me with ideas for that possibility? I read that way too fast for me to go back. What is? Oh, I like this one because I read this one earlier. What is one design flaw that you would change for your next van, or are there not any flaws?
If anyone ever tells you that there's not any flaws in
They're
their build, they are lying to your face, and you
100%.
shouldn't trust anything that they say. No, I'm kidding, but if that is a lie, it's
we would all
lie.
change something. From my first van to my second van, I changed my layout completely. And I made minor changes. I think Sydney's going to also say that she's made some changes. In my next van, I'm actually going with a third sleeping system. My first one was fixed bed. My second was a Murphy bed. And my third, more than likely, is going to be like a futon style or like a pull-out sofa bed. Sydney, what would you like? Those are sleeping quarters. Like, what would you change?
I mean, I had a couple. So first of all, I have the dinette conversion. I will probably do a fixed bed and then have a separate like little bench where I can sit and work. So it's kind of two different spaces.
Love that.
And then I also used to swear by the induction stove, and I liked having an induction stove, but a bear broke into my van. It was a whole thing. It broke, and I didn't like using it anyways.
Wait, what?
You know that story.
A bear?
A bear. A black bear.
Like raw.
What do you think I'm talking about?
I never heard
the
this.
Animal.
Yeah, I know the animal.
What?
I'm dead serious. I never knew that. No, you guys have all seen my shock.
Oh, no, this happened in Tahoe. Yeah, there was a bear.
Oh, my goodness.
I wasn't inside, so it's okay.
Well, I hope you weren't inside.
It happened because I didn't lock the doors. I was in Tahoe. I was staying.
The bear opened the doors?
Oh, bears can open anything.
But like a sliding door is not easy.
No, they opened the back door.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, ran across my bed. There was giant bear. I swear to God, I'm not making this up.
I know you're not making this up.
I did a podcast episode about it because I couldn't believe it. Yeah, anyways, the bear opened up. It was a black bear. Opened up the back door. There was huge muddy paw prints, bear prints all across my bed. And then I had left this happened because I was staying in a house. And so because I was staying in a house, I kept my doors unlocked. Stupid. It was an accident. I always lock my doors. Right. Especially when I'm inside, but I had left them unlocked, whatever. And then, so I had left also my bottom drawer out. That's how my bottom drawer got ruined, is because it was left out. And then the bear stepped off the bed into the drawer. This is obviously what I think happened.
You mean that big slide out that you have?
The bottom kitchen drawer.
Yeah.
There's three drawers.
Okay, yeah.
And I think I left it out because it was like, it looked like the bear had stepped in it.
Yeah.
And got like its foot caught or whatever. Like it was like shaked and just broken. And anyways, the induction stove was broken. Moral of the story. And I've never used it since. It also pulls too much power and it's stupid. And I recommend doing a butane or a propane. But that's how I learned.
You had a freaking bear in your van. I wish you had a camera in there to catch all this.
I know.
Damn it!
But I know it was a bear. First of all, we could see the bear paw prints. But there was multiple bears. It was Lake Tahoe, and I was parked in a neighborhood, and there's bears all over the place eating trash and stuff all the time. So,
wow, amazing! Yes, bear raw. I thought the mason jar broke it. Oh, Jennifer said I thought the mason jar broke it.
It's happened twice. I don't often say that, but I did replace. So the bear happened, and then I replaced it, and I did it myself. And then the second time, a mason jar fell. I don't know if that's when I that's when I hit the hotel, or that's not when I hit the hotel. Something happened, and a mason jar fell and did break this induction stove for the second time.
That's a story for another day, guys.
I usually only tell one or the other story because I don't ever have time to make myself look like such an idiot. So I just tell one dumb story at a time.
Honestly, I could not love Sydney more. This is fantastic.
I have to choose which story I'm going to tell for the day. If I don't have 20 minutes to explain how a bear broke in, then I just tell them about the time that the mason jar broke in.
Yes, Devin. You know? Craziest bear story I've ever heard is yes, 100%.
Ridiculous. My life is ridiculous.
Now, what's your favorite city to van life? I have a funny feeling I know this answer.
Bozeman.
Yes, I believe I knew that answer.
Bozeman, Montana. It is the most magical place in the world. And then if you are in Bozeman, go to West Yellowstone and camp for a while. Beautiful.
You know, I haven't traveled as much as Sydney has. I haven't been to Bozeman. I can't wait to go. She's actually convinced me to go.
Amazing.
I truly do love anywhere in the Pacific Northwest is fantastic. I mean, I loved Bend, Oregon. It's a great city for van lifers. It's not nobody kicks you out of places. It's very welcoming.
Right.
There's a lot to do there. It's a great outdoorsy city. It's not a huge city. Again, Bozeman's not a huge. It's like population is 50,000, I think, in Bozeman. So again, I think the smaller the city, the better it is.
Right. But like the downtown area is like still happening, you know. Like
all 50,000
like
right
it's
there.
kind of lit, you know, like if you go like to the nice place downtown, like where you're just like there's bars and shops and restaurants.
That's
like
awesome.
You can feel very, I don't know, still downtown. Like I've been in small enough cities where like they don't really have a downtown.
Right. I've heard great things about Bozeman. I can't wait to go there myself, and I think you're going to make me go. So this is great.
I love it.
Are you planning to go back anytime soon?
Yes, because I'm in Oregon right now visiting Jared. I'm going to Washington to see some friends. And then on my way back to Indiana, I'm going to visit my family for the holidays. I plan on driving right back through Bozeman. I have a friend in Bozeman as well, and I would love to see her.
That's right. I want to meet her. Can we give her a shout out? Because I think she has a great company. And
people are freaking out about my call. He kind of like he said 1:00. It's actually
1:15.
It's at 1:15. He said 1 to give us 15 minutes of cushion, but I'm super down to stay on for another 10 minutes.
No, we'll stay on for another 10 minutes. Thank you, Sydney.
Thank you for Teresa as straight. That's a friend right there.
Teresa's looking out for you. I love
that.
it. I do love it. I live in Helena. Am I saying that right? Is it Hella? How do you say that place in Montana? Helena. And Bozeman. Yeah. Thank you. I can't speak. Okay, so you guys got about 10 more minutes left of me, but more importantly, Sydney. And then she's on the road until
officially. I'll be divine.
We're on the road, and you'll be divine on the road. My goodness. I actually didn't even get a chance to do a vlog with her, which I'm a little upset about. But but I'm
coming back.
You're not leaving Oregon completely, which is great.
Right.
What city did I grow up in? I grew up in Newton, Massachusetts, which is a suburb of Boston, Massachusetts. Went to college there, and then I moved to Las Vegas, then to Los Angeles. Went the 6-month stint in San Antonio, Texas, and then I was nomadic. And now I'm in Portland. I think my next city will probably be either Bozeman, Boise, Denver, one of those three, I think.
Oh,
I know, right?
Not Bend?
Oh, and Ben, I'm adding Ben to that list, yes. Maybe the Nevada side of Tahoe. Do you not agree with this? I haven't yet to be there, actually.
No, not the Nevada side of Tahoe.
I would rather the Nevada side than the California side. Okay, is it
Tahoe.
crime? Is it just not good?
Well, no, it's not. I didn't mean that.
Oh,
I'm talking crime. It's just better on the California side.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I mean, there's legalized gambling in Nevada.
Well, you're 20 minutes away if you're in California, so it's not really.
Yeah, it's also the taxes.
You're right.
You're right. Do you have a shower in your van? What about moisture? That was for Sydney.
I have a solar shower.
They're great.
Yeah.
They're great. Woohoo, still waiting for Sydney to call me. Oh, you must have forgotten. I said yes.
Wait.
My marriage proposal.
She said yes. Oh, I was about to say, did I miss a call?
Yeah, how often do you get proposed
you never know, Gerald. Honestly, more often than one would think.
She's a great catch,
I could be a married woman right now if I really wanted to be.
You could be. I think, I don't even get your personal life. What do you think about suspension reinforcement? Is it really necessary? I think it's a great idea if you've got the extra few grand, but that's how much it is. And you probably want a ride improvement package either through Van Compass or through Agile Off-Road. One of those companies are great.
Ooh, I like Agile Off-Road.
If you get the it's an RIP package or ride improvement package, that can be anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000. So just if you have the extra cash lying around, I think it's amazing. Don't do it until after your van build because they actually should weigh it to find out exactly what you need suspension wise. Just a little tip. What does beautiful Sydney's tattoo say? I think that was asked a few times.
Oh, that's sweet. It's the Mangala mantra in Sanskrit. And I only like saying, I can say it in Sanskrit, I can say it in English. People always doubt that. But I only like telling you Mangala mantra in Sanskrit because then you have to take it upon yourself to look it up. And Sanskrit, there's history and culture behind it. And I feel more respectful when I tell you to look it up and do a little bit of research.
I can do a heavy Boston accent. I appreciate that, but I usually drop a lot of F-bombs when I do that, so I will try to refrain from it. But I can be like, there's one word that actually gets all of the pieces of the accent, or two words that can get all the pieces of the accent out. So I'll say it for you guys right now. Without the accent is Doppler radar, but with an accent is Doppler radar.
Oh my God.
Let's see. Where can we follow Sydney? Great question.
Divine on the road.
All one word.
Divine. 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 People don't ever know how to spell divine, which is probably it's one of those words that I now see every day. So like,
I always spell it DE for some stupid reason. Divine on the road. Anyways,
Divine on the road.
Divine on the road, but also that's all of her social media accounts. It's Instagram, TikTok, even YouTube,
or divineontheroad.com.
Or thank you, divineontheroad.com.
Or my podcast, My Solo Road.
Oh, another great one. Can't
all
get
of
enough
my
of her.
things.
Your Pinterest, I believe, as well. Divine on the road.
Huh?
Your Pinterest is
yes,
Divine on the road.
Everything is Divine on the road.
I love it. You're so divine. What are a few Instagram pages that you could plug quickly that helped you connect with van lifers, van life communities, and van life conversions? I'm glad you said communities because you have something coming up that you. You
are so good at this kind of stuff. I forget to mention this stuff all the time. I'm The Gathering.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So me and my best friend Katie, who also.
So we bought a van, also on Instagram. Go look at her.
Yeah, true. She was on the road by herself for the last like 3 years, and she's currently building out a transit with her partner Logan. And
thanks for not picking me, Katie. I'm just kidding. Logan's great. Logan's amazing.
She likes the long hair, all the tattoos.
He's a good looking guy.
And he's hilarious. Anyways, they're building on a transit right now, and another sprinter to a transit conversion. You're welcome, Ford. And so
The Gathering with Katie.
Yes, her and I have been best friends for a very long time, and we've been to many gatherings. Most gatherings are phenomenal. I love them, but they are very like seminar based, and like you go there to kind of learn about van life. But I also then realized a lot of times I'm like talking to people. Like the festivals are different because not everybody already lives on the road. Mm-hmm. But like at some gatherings, it's all nomads. And I'm like up there talking about overnight parking to a bunch of people who've lived on the road for longer than me. And it's like, it's kind of a weird dynamic. And there's times where I don't like the feel of that. And so we are making we're creating a gathering that should be happening in May, dependent on COVID and
2021,
where we're at with that. And it's going to be just community-based, connection-based. Like there's just going to be games all weekend. There's not going to be any like seminars or lessons or anything to learn. It's just I met Katie at a gathering, and like she is my soulmate in life. And I would love for people, especially people who are newer to van life, but anyone who also hasn't really had a great experience with the community, which happens here and there. I would love for them to leave like with a Katie would be ideal. Like leave with your own person that you feel like.
That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah, I mean that's why we had the idea. I was like, I just want people to experience community in this way.
Find your Katie. That should be your like motto. Find your Katie.
Find your Katie.
That's hopefully happening in May, and you're even talking about doing a second one in 2021, depending on how the first one goes.
Right.
COVID. If you are a nomad, you can probably purchase tickets through her website, which is Divine on the Road.
Not yet.
Not yet. No, not yet. When it is launched, I will be plugging the crap out of it.
That's nice.
I better be going. I think you and I we want to go to as many gatherings and festivals as possible in 2021. We talked about this the other day. We both have realized how much we've missed our gatherings and festivals. Like just this past summer, it was a dagger in our hearts that we weren't able to go out there and share our stories and experiences and really connect with everybody that wants to get involved with the community. So it kind of broke our hearts. So we can't wait to get back to it. And I can't wait for your gathering too.
Yeah.
What is a solar shower? It's exactly what it sounds like. It is a shower that is in a bag that it heats up the water via the sun. Solar shower.
Yeah. It's basically a 2.5 to 5 gallon bag. Mine is a 5 gallon bag. My bad.
You just kicked my tail.
It's like a 5 gallon bag you hang up, and it has a hose with a little a spout.
My last vlog, actually, we used the geyser shower system and a solar shower in the same vlog. So go back to my videos. Not the last tour, but my last vlog. We used both showers. I was a geyser shower fan, but that's just me. But the solar showers are great.
I like the solar shower because it was $20. So that's what was my most appealing aspect of it.
Yeah. What is the best toilet? And we're gonna pretty much end with that comment because we got 4 minutes left until 1:10, and then I think we got to get her on a phone call, and I got to do work, guys. I actually have to do work. So in my opinion, I feel that the best toilet on the markets for van life are the cassette style toilets or the porta potty style toilets. I feel like those are interchangeable, a lot easier. They're less expensive than a compost. I feel like spending the money on a compost, the $900 to $1,000 or maybe even $1,100 on a compost, you still got to clean it, you're still going to maintain it, and it's like I can do all of that in a porta potty. And when it comes to doing number 2, I feel that going in a bag is better than doing it in a compost. For me, now this is just me. Everybody has their own
Yeah, because
way
I
of things.
disagree.
What would you say?
Well, I don't necessarily disagree. I just have a different opinion.
What do you have?
I've had a portable toilet the whole time because I didn't want to spend $1,000 on a compost toilet. But in my next van, if I have a bigger budget, I would love to do a compost toilet. I want to go to the bathroom in my van. I don't want to go in a bag anymore. It's not fun.
I agree. I do. I can't. It's kind of like you can't see the value in the price for me.
I know, but I've lived in this van for 2.5 years. If I could have been going to the bathroom in my own van and not ever worrying about anything for 2.5 years, you know what I mean? If I was going to live in the van for a month, I would be like, not worth $1,000. But 2.5 years in that thing,
you want to go.
You go every day. It's not like you're going 5 days. You know, you're using it once a week.
Yeah,
like you're using it every single day.
It's just that. I'm so glad that we kind of had a different opinion on it because there is no wrong answer.
Right. If you have the budget, there's nothing wrong with going with a composting toilet.
100%.
But a portable toilet, I mean, it's literally my Thetford toilet which is like the cassette he was talking about, was $75 at Walmart. So it's like, I mean, it's not just like a small price difference. I mean, you're talking 75 versus 1,000.
My emails, guys, I'm about a week behind them. I think somebody asked me about my emails. I am sorry. I apologize.
He's been seriously responding to emails the last couple of days.
Yeah, I have not been hanging out with Sydney at all, and I've been responding to emails. And there's a new $550 compost. I'd love to know what that is. I would highly recommend not going with. I could drive. I could dive into those
and do backstroke. That was a good one.
Oh, who was that? We'll give you a shout out there, Vic. There you go, pal. You're welcome, everybody, and thank you, Rachel, for coming on. I appreciate you. I'll give you another shout out to another Portlandio. 50 minutes. I can't believe I did 50 minutes with you.
Oh my God, I'm really flashing people. My bad, guys.
I don't. There's probably not a lot of people complaining. But anyways, hi, Sydney.
I just wanted to show Pearl for a second.
I
didn't realize she was holding my shirt.
I love her so much. Nothing. She hates me. She absolutely hates me. She gave me that evil eye. I'll remember that when you're trying to cuddle with me. Not Sydney. I meant Pearl. All right. We're getting super awkward now at the end. So you're welcome. You're welcome. Love you guys all. I'm going to be live again probably next Wednesday because that's what I do. I'm not going to have Sydney on. Maybe I will. If you're back in town, maybe we'll do another one. Maybe, I don't know. We'll get some other people on. Ella's over there on the couch. And Sydney, any last words? Anything you want to say? Words of encouragement?
Not at all. Thanks for coming over.
Will Jared be on the podcast? I will be doing another episode with Sydney. I don't know what we're going to talk about or do, but I think her and I have talked about.
Oh my God!
There's her alarm. So that's it, guys. The alarm for the call.
Oh.
All right, guys. Thank you again. And I have a video either coming out tomorrow or Friday. It's a cool little vlog video for you guys, and then I have a cool tour coming out on Sunday. And yeah, that is all, I think, for now. Okay.
Bye. Bye, friends.
So weird ending these.